Really? All right. What's up, John? How's it going, man? Can you hear me all right? What's up, John? How's it going, man? How's your day been? Back that camera up a little bit. Ugh. Hoping nothing happens this time like it did last time. It would be a better day if it was a range day. 100%. It's been so nasty, rainy here. Is the video quality good on your end? Looks a little fuzzy to me. Playing around with a different setup. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder, actually. Sorry for all the camera movement. Maybe that's a little bit better. We'll see. I'm connected to Wi-Fi now. How's it going, Ian? Sorry, I was just trying to get some stuff lined out. Don't even know what that means. Much better now. Yeah. Perks of being in the basement. Crappy signal. Now you can actually like see detailed of my guns. How's everyone doing today? I got 6 of you in here. Hop in the chat. Let's talk. No, I don't have any 1911s. I do have a Fag P9R though, which is it's like a Browning high power clone. It's about as close as I've got to a 1911. I'm like, I want one, but they're like so questionable on which ones are good and which ones aren't. And I really just don't want to dump money into one that just ends up having issues. A buddy of mine has a Ruger 1911, SR 1911, and it's a real good shooting gun. What about you, John? You got any? Hey, Ballistics. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Feel free to go and check out. I think I've got like 114, 115 videos. Jump in there and check them out. I'm a gun tuber, if you can't tell. Colt 70 Series 1911 A1 is the best functioning straight out of the box. Okay. Got two. One of them has historical gold plating on it. Oh, that's cool. I'd be afraid of touching that one. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where to begin. I mean, of course, a Colt 1911 would be awesome, you know, but I've also heard that some of them have a break-in period and all that, and they have some issues in the beginning. That's just what I've heard. I've read on Reddit, stuff like that. You're a new content creator also, just hit 300 subs. Awesome, man. Well, hey, hold on. I have a whole bunch of these books everywhere. I'm going to write your name down, and then after my stream, I will look you up and I will sub right back to you. Are ballistics? I'm assuming by your name here, are you a gun tuber as well? 1911s are the most accurate guns I've shot. My friend has a 70s series, brand new. He just took to the range last weekend, not a single jam in 300 rounds. Awesome. Yeah, I really enjoy 1911s. I grew up shooting 1911s. Whenever so my first gun that I bought was a pistol, and uh, I ended up going with Smith and Wesson because I like the 1911 grip angle. It just feels super comfortable in my hands. I will get one. I will get one. My next gun's going to be a Glock 19 MOS, though. Yes, sir. DB is my initials, so just played off that for the channel name. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Definitely looking forward to checking you out. Do a lot of range content and stuff, or like what kind of content are you? Informative, funny, range time, maybe a mixture of all. I like the Glock 17 more than the 19. I have both. Yeah, John, I don't know if you've seen, I ended up making a video because there was three different ones that I really wanted, um, and just let all you guys kind of vote for me. And pretty much everybody was saying Glock 19. I wouldn't mind having another option for concealed carry, which was what the Glock 19 was going to be for. Um, I'm also, like I said in the video, I'm a sucker for full size pistols, so I really wanted a Glock 17 as well. But I think a Glock 19 would be a good choice for now, just to get me into the Glock realm because I don't own one. Ferris King, hello. Is this channel dedicated to weapons? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm a gun tuber. Channel name is Tactical Dad. That's me. So if you're into that kind of stuff, feel free to double tap that screen, like the stream, and subscribe. If not, well, night vision and higher tier AR content. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. Hey, Brooke, welcome back. Good to see you again. Hey, Frank. Yeah, I think the 19 is going to be a good choice as well. Henry Homesteader that takes Glock magazines. Yeah, I've seen that. To be honest with you, well, I've got one Henry up here above me, but if I was to get another Henry, I really want to get uh, that tactical Henry where it has the skeleton frame, and I want to get one chambered in 357. That'd probably be my next one. I am from Syria, and I also have a lot of legal weapons, but what is difficult for me to acquire are American weapons because of their high price. I aspire to own an M16. I have many types of AKs. And see, okay, so uh, Ferris, it's kind of opposite here. I mean, we can get a lot of AKs here too, but we have an abundance of AR-15s. It stands for Armalite rifle, but we always make jokes that it's just called America's rifle. So that's the most important or the most popular. But we do have AKs here too. Just they're not as prevalent. The Rossies are nice, Frank. I've got some of these ballistic books, and I was reading one a couple weeks ago on one of those. I'm a big fan of having my sidearm and my rifle be the same caliber. A big fan of having my sidearm and my rifle be the same caliber. Really? Are you talking like an ARP, like shooting 9 mil, or because I mean, for me, I prefer like 9 mil and 5.56. The Marlin Darks and 4570, yeah, those things are sick looking. Everyday carry, thanks, man. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. Appreciate you. Uh, if any of you people are new here, Be sure to check out Everyday Carry. He's got a wicked awesome channel as well. Go over and support him. Hey J Dog, how's it going, man? Henry Homesteader, my Glock 19, and then Rossi Lever Action, Smith and Wesson. Cool. I can see my FPC 9mm and an M&P 9 2.0 for mag swappability. Yeah, I actually, yeah, I don't have, out of all the guns I own, I don't have a single one that has interchangeable magazines. Just so this doesn't happen like it did the last stream, I'm going to check my battery life on my phone. All right, it's holding. Good. So that's what happened last time. I don't know if any of you guys were in the last stream, but uh, had a whole bunch of people in. We were having fun. Then all of a sudden, just everything went dark. I froze. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" Turned out that my phone died. I had the phone charger plugged in, but I ended up pulling that cord because I think it's junk, but it wouldn't keep up. Hey, Chaos, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Are you into guns? If so, you came to the right place. Actually, the right place is J Dog's stream because he's got like a wicked deagle and he has a Steyr AUG and all the super cool stuff. And J Dog, if you're still in here, your Desert Eagle with that brushed steel. I've never seen one like that. That's such a sexy pistol, man. I mean, it's a pistol I'd probably never use, but it's a wow factor gun for sure. Okay, bye. uh, well, I see I got 20 of you in here. Be sure to double tap that screen and like the stream. If you're into content, feel free to check out my content, and or if you're into guns, check out my content. Subscribe. Yeah, I would love to see that video. I would love to see him do a video of mag dumping that 50 AE, and then I want to see him uh, slap the trigger as fast as he could on a 500 Smith and Wesson, and then I want him to do them both at the same time. See which one falls out of his hand first. Don't call me radio. I might get a Smith and Wesson response so I can do something with all my P320 mags if I have to mothball my M17 and M18. Yeah, so did you see that one I think it was a sergeant in the Air Force, he died. His went off. It was in a Safariland holster and he took it off his battle belt and he set it on his desk and whenever he did it went off, shot him in the chest. Deagle with the switches on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look that up. No way. Screw that. Yeah, I'll pitch in on the ammo too. Tell you what, you buy the 50 AE, I'll buy the 500 Smith and Wesson. Yeah, I'll never own a 320. I'll never own a Sig for that matter. yeah, Sig has ruined their rep. You know, like whenever this first all started coming about, and like if they would have just been okay, we're going to recall all of them. We'll get to you as soon as we can. Send yours in. You know, they can take their design to the lab, see what's going on, fix it, and then like send everybody their pistols revamped, and then apologize for. I mean, we're all human. It sucks that stuff like with the pistol is happening, but uh, just blatantly lying, saying that their guns don't go off by themselves whenever it's been documented that they have. I would support Sig if they would do that, if they would just fess up to their mistake. The P226 is, yeah, and I'm not dogging on the guns themselves. It's more so the company and what they stand for now. The P226 is uh, a solid gun. The 365, my brother carries a 365, and it's a really good shooting gun. But with the way Sig has been handling this whole mess, I'm just not going to support him. Well, yeah, now if they admit to it, they would go bankrupt. But like if they would have admitted to it right off the get go and done it right and got them fixed. Thanks, every day. Yeah, everybody double tap that screen, like this stream. If you're not part of the Tactical Dad crew already, hit that sub button. I got a crap ton of videos under my belt, so be sure to go check them out. I've never shot a Sig ever. Like, I'll be honest with you, I won't even buy their optics or anything. Not after this mess. What's your view on the Canik MC9? Uh, so I won't like really give a full blown opinion on it because I have never shot one, but just based on reviews, looking at the pistol itself, uh, it looks like it's a pretty solid gun. Reviews seem good too, but without me going out on the range and shooting one myself, me personally, I can't really speak on it. Hey, Axel, good for range shooting, not great for carry. Is it a little fat? Regilio, I hope I'm saying that right. Well, if you love guns, you're in the right place. Hey, my friend, my new Glock 19 gives me brass to the face 40% of the time when shooting. Any advice? First Glock. Uh, it shouldn't be spitting rounds into your face. What I would do if I was you is take it to your local gunsmith and have him take a look at that extractor. It might need a little bit of adjusting. It should be shooting that brass at like 2 or 3 o'clock from you pointing. So it should be shooting away from you, not up and into your face. Well, yeah. So if it's about the size of the X macro, yeah, I'd carry it. But see, like I don't know how you guys do it, but if I ever buy a pistol and I plan on carrying it, um, I do 500 round burns. I know it's expensive, but you can't really put a price on knowing that your firearm's going to work whenever you need it to. So any gun that any pistol that I ever get, and if I'm going to use it for carry, I dump 500 rounds out of that thing before I even start carrying it. Fat slide, skinny grip. I don't mind a fat slide though. I'd rather have a skinny grip and a fat slide than a skinny slide and a fat grip. Toasty toast. Does that include used guns? What do you mean, does that include used guns? I don't even clean or lube my Glocks hardly ever. They never jam up. Well, yeah, it's a Glock. I mean, just they run. 50K rounds? Jesus. Wouldn't have a pistol left. There'd be nothing there to carry. Like I'm talking 500 rounds in one session. So, like I buy a pistol, my Smith and Wesson M&P 2.0 metal, for example. Whenever I bought that, my intentions were to conceal carry with it. And I went out to my range and threw 500 rounds down range that day. And I've got probably 2,600 rounds out of it now, and it has never jammed on me one time, ever. Sorry, didn't realize there was delay. Do you still do 500 round runs if you purchase a used gun? Yeah, because that's for my peace of mind. So yes, newer guns, there's on average, most companies will say a 500 round break-in period. But I feel like 500 rounds is a good basis to go off of for reliability. So yeah, if it's any gun, if I plan on carrying it, or like if it's a shit hits the fan kind of gun, um, then I would dump 500 rounds down and see how she does. See how it runs cold. See how it runs hot. You know, you get a good baseline doing it that way. What do I think about Glock? Well, I don't own one. I'm actually getting ready to buy a Glock 19 MOS, but you can't deny that Glocks are reliable. They are a solid gun. The Arkin EP5. Um, I would have to look that one up. I carry a 43X I've never even fired yet. Really? J-Dog. Come on, man. Joy Roy, what do you think about the Kamek 99mm? So we were actually just talking about that. I've never personally shot one, but you know I think it's an attractive looking gun, and then reviews say that they're really good. If I had one sitting in front of me at a good price, I'd probably buy it. I think Canik is actually a good gun company. They get, well, every gun company gets shit on from people, but uh, Caniks have really good triggers. Glock is the best unless you want like custom bougie staccato level stuff. Yeah. Glock 19s. Yeah, pretty much Glock 19s are our generation's 1911. Yep. Hey, Joy. Thanks for subbing. Appreciate you. Yeah, now if it was a PSA dagger, I'd be in danger. I don't really think the PSA daggers are that bad either. Just got a marker off today that I plan on making my first carry gun. Wow. You're using a timepiece. I'd get something else, something with a bigger magazine capacity. The Makarovs are cool. I mean, they're a cool looking pistol in my opinion, but um, I would pick something else to carry, in my opinion. Cool gun though. Nice purchase. Thinking of building Glock 19 Gen 3. Can you recommend any slide? So Carlos, I want you to, if you have a pen, write this down. There's a YouTuber by the name of Below Average Utah Dad. Go get in touch with him. He is working with a company called Stifler Manufacturing, and they make custom slides for all Glocks and Glock variants, as well as like the dagger and all the oddball Glock clones. So, and I mean, he makes some pretty cool stuff. Stifler Manufacturing. Thanks, Dallas. That is just a little Henry Lever Action 22. That was my varmint gun for a long time, but then I just picked up this Savage 17 HMR. Yeah, Carlos, what every day said. Stifler. Okay, ballistics. What's the difference between the 19 and the 19X? I'm not a Glock guy, so I can't keep up with all their damn numbers. Beretta Compact Carry 2 with the rotating barrel is an amazing choice too. Hey, Jolly. How's it going, man? It's fairly new to the gun scene. It seems like the less iffy brands have stepped up over the past 20 years. Taurus, Ruger, etc. Yeah, the only Ruger I've had problems with, I have a Ruger SR45, and that thing gave me all kinds of trouble. I sent that thing to Ruger twice. It finally runs good, but I still would never trust that thing with my life. I've put a lot of rounds downrange, and it hasn't messed up on me again. But still, after all the trouble I had with it, I don't feel comfortable with it. So, and Taurus, um, I don't have any experience with Taurus. I hear a lot of mixed reviews on them though. Red, Fire SKS, can you bring it down? I cannot. So YouTube's policy, I can't touch guns while on stream at all. There was some guy a couple years ago, or maybe it was last year, he shot himself on stream, like suicide. And he was on live for like 6 more hours before they figured it out. And that's when the rule changed. So I wish I could. But Red, if you want to subscribe to my channel, go down into my videos. I've got a video in there of the SKS so you can get a close up on it. Oh, full size grip. I got you. Well, I might go with the 19X then. I like a bigger grip. I've got really long, wide hands. Another day, another dollar missing. Ain't that the truth? Those are just green screen guns, y'all. Yeah. Yep, they sure are. And if they're real, they're airsoft. I had a Ruger discharge uncommanded slam fire when racking around in the pipe. Ew. Yeah, I'd get rid of that. If I ever have any of my guns that do that crap, it'd be unloaded and going to a gunsmith. If they're like, oh, we don't know what happened, then I'm getting rid of it. Randy, have a Ruger SR9, not happy. Too many issues. We'll never carry it. Yeah, and I think it's mostly the SR series, to be honest with you, because I have a Ruger SR45 and it's junk. Isaiah, Used to be a Sig fanboy until I bought my first Glock. Never EDC any other firearm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Glocks work. You can always rely on it. Eric, how's it going, man? Welcome back. Well, I guess if I go and hang out with you, I probably could. Jolly, no. No, I have not had any problems. So I've got, uh, I got a 10 round mag and a 15, I think it's 15. I haven't used the bigger one yet, but I've used the 10 and I haven't had any feeding issues or anything. Tactical Llama. Hey, just stopping in to support the live first time, just subscribed. Hey, thanks, man. I've actually heard about you. Heard about you a few times. All nice things. I'm not, you know what? I'm gonna write your name down because I'm not entirely sure if I'm subscribed to you. If anybody else in here has a gun tuber channel, let me know. I'll write your names down. I'll jump in and subscribe to you. I love watching other fellow gun tubers. I have a 22 bolt action that will go off from setting the stock on the ground. Oof. LOL, right. Kudu killer. Had a Ruger 2245 go off when I racked forward. Took it to the gunsmith to be fixed. Yeah, I would instantly. I've got two daughters. I won't have guns like that in my house. Ain't no way. I mean, for the most part, I don't keep my guns loaded. The only ones I do are my everyday carry pistol and my shotgun. Those are the only two that are always loaded and ready to go. Won't load the hollow points. Are you talking like the CCI mini mags? What is the best defense round for pistol? I love 10 mil. 9 millimeter is good too, though. So for 9 mil, I use 135 grain. 135 grain critical duty for the winter time because it's got that polymer core. It helps to get through clothing before it expands into the body. And then in the summertime, I use 135 grain Federal HST. 10 mil though, I'm not really too sure on that. I couldn't tell you. Ragnar, are you Mexican? No, I am not Mexican. I am Dutch. Oh, you're 17. I got you. Yeah, well, so I use the hold on. Oh, where are they at? These are the ones I use. Jolly. Just the VMAX. They've got that uh polymer tip. Haven't had any problems with those. I like to try to get that bullet moving as fast as possible because that's its selling point. If you have a strong wind, though, it's still pretty much useless. Just new, trying to get footage. No firing footage yet. Work too much to get to the range, but maybe one time a month. Yeah, we'll see. I've got my own firing range, so I have that liberty. If I didn't and I had to go to a range, I would probably be the same way. Are you from Texas? No, I am not from Texas. I would love to live in Texas. I live in Commie, Illinois. Our governor hates guns. Screw that guy. Critical defense. Yep, that's another really good one. I just so what I did is Garantham. I'm sure most of you know who that is. Uh, he did a ballistics test on all the most popular defensive rounds, and that's what sold me on the rounds that I choose to run, depending on the time of year. Tactical mom, you don't know at all about what's best for clothing. What? Does it get caught or hot or cold in that basement? Cold in the summertime, hot in the wintertime. Yes, 0.177. Those will load, but the other hollow points won't. I haven't tried anything else. I've only shot the VMAX. I have to drive almost an hour to get to the range, but I got 2, 3 times a month for footage. Wow. You have to drive an hour? Are you in the city? What gun is over my left top? Um, so that is, oh, left top up here. That is actually one of my first BB guns. My grandpa gave me that. So it's just kind of a sentimental piece. I'm not even sure if it works anymore. I just, whenever I was going through all my stuff, I found it and I don't know, just kind of wanted to hang it up in here. I think I would have been arrested if I lived there in Missouri. We can have a lot. Yeah. Yep. Rub it in, Eric. Rub it in. Yep. And I live in Texas. I don't own property, and Texas has almost zero public land to shoot on. Yeah, that's the one downside that I've heard about Texas. I actually have public land um, about 3 miles south of me. Yeah, 10. Yeah, it's just, I think it's a daisy, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm afraid to even touch that, even though I'll say it's a BB gun 100 times. I don't want my stream taken down. You don't have public land has you. Texas is a dangerous state for me, and it's a natural thing if you love it. Well, I got 35 of you in here. If you haven't yet, double tap that screen, like the stream. If you like gun content, got over 100 videos. Go check them out. If you like it, subscribe. Learn it, live it, love it. Tactical Mom. Hey, Gunner, how's it going? What's everybody's favorite firearm that you own? Number one, your most favorite. Only 100. Those are rookie numbers. I'm pushing almost 1,200. LOL. You got to pump those up. So, Tactical Llama, how long you been doing YouTube? To everybody else in here, Tactical Llama is a gun tuber as well. So, jump in and check him out. Well, okay, Tactical. I've been doing YouTube for like 3 months. Okay. I work full time. I do YouTube. I got two girls. I'm doing the best I can. See, 2 years. So don't give me that crap. GP Arms Patriot redone by Vulcan Machine. Cool. Thanks, Everyday Carry. I appreciate that. Some days I don't feel like I am, but I mean, my editing and stuff is getting better. My first 40 videos are junk. I work full time, travel 2, 3 weeks a month on top of my full time job and 4 kids. Let's go. All right. Really getting after it. Are you monetized yet, Tactical? Oh, and then also I have another question. All you other gun tubers in here, are you guys experiencing massive view drops? Ever since YouTube did that update with the algorithm, it has tanked. Yes, been for about a year. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, massive view drops. Okay. Well, at least I'm not the only one. There's some of the veterans that have been around a minute said that this comes and goes every year. Hey, thanks, Gunner. I appreciate that. Ben, you said yes as well. Are you a gun tuber? If you are, I'm going to write your name down and I'll check out your channel after the stream's over. I would get shorts 10, 15K views. Now I'm lucky to hit 1,000. See, okay, so of course I'm new. I had one that is just shy of 40,000. I have one that's just shy of 10. I had some fours, some fives, some eights. But I would say my average videos, my normal ones, will hit like 1,200, between like 950 and 1,200. And I can barely break 100 views right now. If I get one view, I did my job. Well, okay, Everyday Carry, you deserve more than one view, but like I understand your logic, but sometimes it's kind of hard to think that way. Whenever you work all day, you come home, you write up a script, you do all that recording, spend half an hour, 45 minutes editing, and then you see some chick dancing on YouTube, no editing, whatever, off time, but she gets like 50,000 views. It's ridiculous. It's just kind of a little bit. All right, Ben, I'm gonna write your name down too. Is this your uh, channel here? Sweet. I'll check it out after the stream, man. Right everyday carry. Are you asking me what I think is the right everyday carry? Long form used to be 400 to 500. Now I'm lucky to get 100. Which I did a review on a We the People holster. That actually did a lot better than I anticipated. I think it's sitting a little over 500 views. But I've only got 3 long form videos right now. Of my videos, the only 2 doing well have hashtags used on a million posts in popular music. Popular music. Yeah, I quit using hashtags. So I went and looked at all the other like bigger gun tubers and stuff, and they don't use them. I've been trying to figure out how successful gun tubers do things, just kind of learning off of them. And I noticed they didn't use them, so I quit using them. And for a while there, I didn't see a difference. Yo, hey bro, I see you have a lot of weapons. Could you make me an audio recording of a couple of weapons? By the way, I'm Russian. I don't know English well. I need the weapon sounds for the game. I can't do it now. But if you need sounds, uh, jump into my videos and you can use sounds off my videos. I don't care. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that. I'm out. Be good getting on a plane. All right, man. Have a safe flight. Anyone use the Savage 110 Storm or any other rifles around 1000 looking for a cheap 30-06 hunting rifle? Eric, you want to chime in on that? HH is asking for a cheap 30-06 hunting rifle. Well, I mean, you're like the biggest hunter in here, so it was worth a shot. I couldn't really tell you, HH. I'm not much of a gun hunter, to be honest with you. I'm more of a uh, plinker. Hello from Canada. Hello from America. Our brothers from up north. Human hunter. I'm not a human hunter. No. 300 Win Mag. There you go. Eric, what's your thoughts on the 6.5 Creedmoor? Not mine specifically. I'm talking about the round. I'd like to. I'll shoot anything once. Yeah, gun laws in Canada are bad. Can't even have a 10 round basic SKS. You can only have 5 rounds. Want to build a PLR rifle in 300 Win Mag or 338, but for hunting, a cheap 30-06 will do. Yeah, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with a good 30-06. I'm not sure if the Savage Axis, I'm not sure if you can get that chambered in 30-06. That's a cheap bolt gun. Oh, you just got a Ruger 6.5? Awesome. But he said they run through deer and get away. That 7 millimeter, I don't look for anything. Yeah, I just so whenever I was looking for my first bolt gun, um, I was trying to decide between 308 and 6.5 Creedmoor, and so I chose the 6.5 Creedmoor, but my end goal is I want to get an AR-10 and have that chambered in 308 and make a really good DMR. Uh, I just know that 6.5 Creedmoor ballistically, I can't tell you that off my personal experience, but the ballistics on a 6.5 Creedmoor, it's a lot more flatter shooting. So I decided to go with 6.5 Creed for my bolt gun. America is cool for guns. Canada is boring. Sorry for my English. I am French. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But yes, your guys' gun laws suck. I'm in Illinois in America, and the gun laws here suck too. So it's not just decided by the state, it's also decided by, well, it's not just decided by a federal law. Each state can make it worse. You have really good states like Texas who don't care, you know, that almost hand you a rifle coming out of the womb. But then you have Illinois that just try to strip our rights every day, little by little. I got Hornady Subsonic 7.62 by 39 rounds. Gonna test them in my ZPAP and SKS. What kind of SKS you got? Chris Jams, I want an M4. Me too. The M4s are awesome. Get a 6.5 Creed AR-10. You know, so 6.5 Creed is freaking expensive. All right, 308's not cheap either, but it's cheaper than 6.5 Creed. And like, I really don't want to get an AR-10 chambered in the same thing as my bolt gun. Um, my AR-10 I would use as a DMR, designated marksman's rifle, not like, I want to use that for if I have to, um, mid-range and stuff too. I'd rather save the 6.5 Creed for longer range. Oh, you're in Oklahoma? That's awesome. That's a beautiful state. I have a friend of mine that lives in Miami, Oklahoma. Don't call me radio. No idea what you said. Oh, you're in Oklahoma City? Gotcha. 22 is all anyone needs, from mice to polar bears and angry ex-wives. FB, Jesus. uh, how you doing, FB? Good to see you in here. When I was a kid, my dad was always like, "Don't lose your shells. I have to pay for them." And it's like 65 bucks a box. What happened? Yeah, I've got probably two down payments of a house in this room. The best time to jump on YouTube. I spend most of my time on streams and stuff whenever I'm laying down in bed getting ready to crash out. Do any shooting today, FV? Everybody in here, FV Ordnance is also a fellow gun tuber. Feel free to go check out his content. He does a lot of competitive shooting and stuff. He's got a lot of cool guns. Just shot an Uzi yesterday. That's cool. Nope, Sunday we will. Steel Challenge in southern Wisconsin. Sweet. Just pistol rifle. I've never shot an Uzi. My local gun shop, you can rent guns. They've got an Uzi, MP5, full auto like AKs and M4 or M4A1. Yeah, I wish I could. Can't have those here. Not yet, anyway. It has a suppressor. Cool. I would consider Uzi kind of gangster. I would consider a MP5 class. I miss Ozzy Osbourne so much. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a legend. It's crazy how that all went down. It's almost like he knew he was going. Last 50 cal ammo I bought was $6 a round. Kind of sucks if I want to shoot a pistol, I gotta build one myself. You guys can't even have pistols? Benjamin, my EDC, I have a Smith& Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. It has a Vortex Defender XL red dot and a Streamlight TLR1. 610. Jeez, man, that's insane. Hey, Jesus, how's it going? I want to own guns when I'm old enough. Can you get an AK-47 when you're 18? Um, in Illinois, no. I'm not entirely sure about anywhere else in the country. I've dealt with Illinois gun laws for so long that, like, in Missouri, you can. Okay. Yeah, like in Illinois, you can't have pistols until you're 21. You can't have AKs or ARs at all. Springfield Hellcat's nice. Yeah, that's a good one. I have two daughters. Hello from Navajo Nation, Arizona. Hey, how's it going? Hello from Illinois. I have a Desert Eagle 50 AE Magnum. It is high as well. Yeah, 50 AE is expensive. If you're 18, you can buy any rifle, but it's 21 for a pistol. Okay, which is wild to me. That shouldn't even be a thing. Thoughts on the Harbor Freight China Clone TLR1 for 4 pence? I think I just watched a YouTube video the other day. The guy had one of those, and is it 500 lumens? I can't remember. To be honest with you, I would just save a little bit and get an actual Streamlight or get like a Surefire X300 if you really want to spend the money. But um, I mean, from what I remember of that YouTube video, the guy never had problems with it. But also, I don't know if he really did like a torture test or carried it around for a long time. He could have just bought it and slapped it on his pistol and said it was a good light, for all I know. Your 50 AE got stolen? Yeah, if I ever got a 50 cal too, I'd save up the money and get a Barrett. 100%. FV, do you not have a 50? All right, FV, get yourself some rest. And I'm trying. 1000 lumen? I, so I can't say for sure. Look up some videos on it. See if maybe there's like some torture test videos that you can use as reference. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a flashlight. So, I mean, as long as it turns on and it works and you're able to see your target, that's all that matters. Yeah, it really is not a 50 without the name. 100%. I feel like Barrett and 50 just go together. I know that they have those 150s where you use an AR-15 lower. I don't know. It just seems a little jank, and I definitely will never buy the 50 cal that Kentucky Ballistics used. That about killed him. If someone breaks into your home and you can only grab one gun, what are you grabbing? I have got a Mossberg 590 12 gauge that if I had time to prep, like time to grab it instead of my bedside pistol, which is my everyday carry, I would grab my shotgun. But I guess if it was a bump in the middle of the night and I woke up and I only had a split second to respond, I would grab my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. It's a 9 mil pistol. Which, welcome to the stream, Tara. Good question. Let's liberate the liberals. Other than markings, it seems the identical clone. I might get it for non-carry. Yeah, yeah, get it. If it's cheap, get it. Do a little test yourself. And if it holds up, just use it. And yeah, there's other 50 cals out there. Just Barrett's the most popular. Some good hunting on the, sorry if I don't say this right, Jicarilla, Jisarilla. What's it like living on the reservation? got to be a lot more calm than what we deal with outside the reservation. Also, to everybody in here, make sure you double tap that screen, like the stream. It really helps me out. It pushes the stream to other people. And if you like gun content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I try to at least go live once a week, and then I post a video every day. Oh yeah, it's wide open out here. It's great living on the res. I bet. I bet. I also so I love Western movies and stuff like that, and I love American history. And if you come from an Indian background, I just want to say I am so sorry what my ancestors did to your ancestors. What we did to your people was not right. I got a TLR 1 and 7 for carry guns, Sig Foxtrot. Just hate having, just hate having makes pistols. I had someone break in my house. My son was one. I used a 243 and I missed because I didn't want to kill someone. And I just scared them. My old lady yelled at me because it was so loud. Funny. Well, I don't know about it being funny, but, um, you know, guns are loud. To be honest with you, like, you're never going to have time to put hearing protection on. So, anybody, if you're thinking about a home defense gun, take that into consideration too. I mean, your adrenaline's going to be pumping. You're really not going to care at the time, but your ears are going to be screaming at the end of it. Don't use like an SBR or something like that with a muzzle brake. Your ears will be bleeding. It is louder than people think, for sure. And to be honest with you, like, I never shoot without ear pro, but uh, whenever I got my carry pistol, I did decide to take a couple shots without ear pro just to see how loud it was. And I mean, it's loud, it's uncomfortable, um, but it's nothing I couldn't handle in a heated situation if I had to wake up and use it. Because you don't want to have something that's so loud that it disorients you, because you got to be able to concentrate. So, did any of you guys read or hear about that sergeant that died because of his SIG P320? Is 147 grain better for noise? Um, you know, I don't know for sure. That would be like I'm assuming there's a video out there where they test decibels between 115 grain to 147 grain. I don't know if there'd really be much of a difference. I could be wrong on that. I'm tired of people on Sig's ass. Could have told you that was coming. I got a Remington 1100 shotgun for a bedside gun. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sadly, the only thing that has ended with that P320 is that airman's life. Yeah, I don't know. It just it's happened too many times, and I never hear about uh, accidental discharges from anybody else. To be honest with you, so I don't know. I think it's happened too much to be coincidence. But then I've also watched videos of, and so I don't know if it was certain years that they had problems or like a certain batch of serial numbers, because there was a video of Grantham where he did drop tests on a whole bunch of pistols, and he did the SIG P320, and he actually did an even harder test on that one than he did on all the other ones, and it never went off. My sister is pro Sig. I don't like them. I got scopes. Yeah, see, I don't even have any of their optics. No red dots. No. Uh, I was actually looking at the Sig Romeo, but after all this crap and how Sig reacted, I don't know. I'm not going to support them. And now we've got ICE and now the Air Force that have completely pulled all SIGs or all M17s and M18s out of their lineup. What up, people? How's it going, Kyle? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hope you like guns, because that's what we're talking about. Right now, we're talking about the 320 and how it sucks ass. Yeah, I'm not denying that their scopes and their any of their optics are good, because buddy of mine, he's got an AR-10 and he has a Sig 5x25, and it's a crystal clear scope. Me personally, I'm a huge Vortex fan. For one, they make quality optics. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, but they make quality optics, and you cannot beat their lifetime warranty. I would love the stats from each setup. I'm curious if it's a holster issue, because it seems a lot are dirty duty holsters from what I have briefly seen. Yeah, so radio, um, I have a We the People duty holster. My buddy, who's just down the road from me, who has all the SIG optics and stuff, he uses a Safariland. The Kydex on those holsters is super thick. There's no room for flex. So I don't understand how the holster could be an issue, because it's nowhere near like squished in where the trigger's at. It locks in on the optic, or it locks in on the light, and I've never had an issue with mine getting hung up or anything like that. So I don't know. It's just weird, because he took it off. This is what they said. He took it off and he turned it, to where like he was pretty much flagging himself, and he set it down on his desk, and as soon as he set it down, it went off. Send you a video of the Last Echo Kid with my dad. All right, I'd watch it. Hell yeah. Is the Rock Island 200M 38 Special a good starter pistol? I've always wanted a revolver. Uh, Rock Island makes some good stuff, also some not so good stuff. I don't know anything on their revolvers. But to be honest with you, for a 38 special, like a little J frame or something like that, I'd probably go Smith and Wesson. But that's just me. Never seen a Glock in a safari land kill someone. Amen to that. Amen to that. And yeah, I actually agree with Eric. Instead of a 38, I would probably do a 357 because there really ain't no different. You can shoot both out of a 357. It's kind of like it's so the 38 special is like buying an AR-15 that's chambered in 223. Like you can only shoot 223. But if you buy an AR-15 that's chambered in 5.56, you can shoot 5.56 and 223. So I need a 357 as well, except I want to get a Henry lever action chambered in 357. Although I need a revolver too. All you guys need to subscribe to my channel so that way I can get monetized and buy more guns. Mi casa, su casa. You subscribe to me, I buy more guns and show them to you. Seems like a good deal. Kyle, yes, Vortex does have good glass. They do. Got a Henry 44 Magnum lever action. Awesome. I really wanted to get the Golden Boy whenever I got this 22, but I don't know. I didn't. I kind of regret it. I'll probably end up getting another one. They have a Golden Boy with the hex barrel, and I really want that one too. Bro, hands down, a scary gun, 6 inch. Something about a revolver staring at you in the face is just a little scarier than just a standard semi-automatic pistol. And I don't know, maybe it's just because of the chamber. You can see the rounds in it. I've got the Golden Boy 22 with the hex barrel. It's the best. Jesus, do you have that on your channel? I'd love to see it. I'd like to get one with like a beautiful blued barrel. And so Henry also makes their scopes to like stay traditional, and they're brass as well. I want to get a dressed up Golden Boy and get one of those scopes on it. I wouldn't shoot it much. It'd be a beautiful wall hanger. Bought one of those new RS5 Bushnell scopes. Not impressed. Bushnell is, you know, some good, some bad. I've never heard about Bushnells have an issue not staying zero though. Got a Golden Boy in 4570. That's awesome. Awesome. That's a meaty round too. That is a nasty round. And in today's day, it's very expensive. Yeah, but would you have a gun with 18 rounds or 6? True, true. But also at the same time, uh, Ben, if I was to give you a semi-automatic pistol with 18 rounds and say I would throw a malfunction in there in the middle of it versus a revolver, how fast do you think, who do you think would be quicker, a revolver or a pistol, a semi-automatic pistol? That's the upside to revolvers. They're a no bullshit gun. So if you pull that trigger and it goes click, you just pull that trigger again. My uh my fiance, she carries a revolver. That way she doesn't have to dealing with malfunctions. My dad gave it to me when he died this year. It's been hard. He was my hero. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Eric. And yes, it does depend on who's handling it. So I've got dummy rounds, and what I'll do is I will throw my dummy rounds in with my normal rounds when I'm out at the range, and I'll close the lid down and I'll just load. So I don't know where those dummy rounds are getting put, or even if I put any in it, I just mix it in. I'll throw like 10 dummy rounds in the top of my ammo can. I might end up grabbing 3 of them, 4 of them, maybe none, don't know. So that way I'm completely surprised whenever I'm running my drills and stuff. It helps to train with that bump rack and all that. Sorry, guys, I am late to the convo. What kind of bolt action and scope you got there in front of you? All right, Jairus. Well, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to have you. This is a CZ 600 Alpha, and it's chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. And then this is the Vortex Venom 5x25 by 56. This CZ is awesome. It's got an adjustable trigger, and you can adjust it. You don't have to open it up to adjust it. It's got an adjustment underneath, and you got 3 settings: 1.2 pound trigger pull, stupid light, then a 3 pound trigger pull, and then a 5 pound trigger pull. Right now, I have it set on the 1.2 just for precision shooting. But if I was to ever take this hunting, or if I was carrying it around, I would adjust that. It's a super smooth shooting gun, though. It's super heavy, which is a good thing shooting the 6.5 Creed. It kind of reduces the recoil. You reload your spent brass. You're a better man than I, because I do not. Why don't you come to my house and go out to my range? You can pick up all my brass. Yeah, Frank, it is. I actually, so my buddy is the one that got me into guns. I've actually only been like truly heavy into guns the last 3 years. I've always liked guns and I've shot them and all that, but he started like, he's the one that got me into doing drills and all this stuff, and I just fell in love with it, and he taught me that trick. I would not love guns like I do. I love your YouTube too. Guys talk about guns like I did with my dad. You're smart. Well, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. Kyle, I just got a Browning 243, a bolt, need a scope for it. What would you recommend? Okay, so what's your budget, Kyle? That'll be your deciding factor there. Very nice. I run a Remington 300 with a similar setup. It's too heavy for hunting. Yeah, I'm not a hunter. Well, I take that back. I am a hunter. I bow hunt though. I don't gun hunt. This was meant more so. I'm a tactical guy, and I'm more of like a shit hits the fan kind of guy. So this is, you know, pretty much I would consider this like my long range sniper rifle. I really want to get a DMR build going. Um, this thing is heavy as a boat anchor. I wouldn't want to carry it around. That's for sure. I bought me a 1 ounce trigger. You can breathe on it, go off. Screw that. Hey, Shed, that 6.5 is expensive to shoot. You can dial in and reload for better performance. Yeah. Yeah, 6.5 is very expensive to shoot. Gavin, that is a Vortex Venom 5x25x56. 400 or under for a scope. How big of a scope? Are you talking like a 3x9 or a 5x25? Are you wanting like super long range? Because you're going to start getting into some like very iffy quality scopes if you're wanting something that to reach out that far. Bro, I spent 3,000 on a Tommy gun. It's the heaviest damn thing. Would have shot it and run. You can damn thing. I would shoot it and run. You cannot run with it. I bet the recoil's nice though. Was it chambered in 45? I've heard some good things about Arkin. What about Primary Arms? What's the prices on their stuff? I have never looked. You got a good collection in the cave, bro. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. It's a work in progress. I've I've got uh, a lot of other guns. I just don't have them out right now. 18 times at least. Yeah, I'd go check out Arkin, and then also I'd take a look at Primary Arms too. I'm not entirely sure what they got for that price range, if they do at all. Can I suggest a good lever action? I can suggest two: Marlin and Henry. Shoot 300 and under usually. A lot of groundhogs on our farm. Primary Arms are very nice, but I have a 1 to 8 LPVO and it's awesome. Yeah, sick. I just bought the Vortex Strike Eagle 5x25x56 for my 308 AR-10 build. Sweet, Gavin. Yeah, I'm wanting to get an AR-10 build going. If we can get this stupid ban lifted here in Illinois, that'll be my next build. Will be an AR-10. What brand for your AR-10? Don't mind me asking. Upper, lower, bulk carrier group. Hey, Godfather. Welcome to the stream. Some of you guys haven't yet. Double tap your screens if you're on a phone. Like the stream, it really helps. I'm not sure what preach means, Godfather. Yes, double tap. Double tap that screen. And subscribe too, if you haven't yet. They have Strike Eagle 5x25 for cheap on deals. 4th of July sale was around $3.99. Well, I would jump on that, Kyle. You get it for a good deal. And then, like, Vortex's uh, warranty is insane. So, on one of my other rifles, I had a strike fire and it took a crap on me. the first strike fire. And so I messaged Vortex, and this is the only Vortex I've ever had go down on me. And I probably had, well, the rifles beat the crap, but I probably had, I don't know, maybe 3,500 rounds through it. And it finally, the dot just quit working. So I got a hold of them. They sent me a box. I sent them my old one. And since they discontinued the one, they sent me the Strike Fire 2 for free. A CMMG. Oh my God. Man, I wouldn't even want to hear the price tag on that. That's wicked. Wicked. Yeah, Kyle, I would almost like buy once, cry once a little bit. Save just a little bit more money and go with that. You won't regret it, I promise. The glass on Vortex is super clear for the money. I would actually say to like the untrained eye, if I was to set down like a Leopold 5x25 and then the Vortex Venom or Strike Eagle, I don't know if you'd really be able to tell the difference. LMT is good too. Yeah, Shed. Hey, Cart. Welcome to the stream. I usually bounce between a Vortex or an Arc in all my builds. I don't know what you guys think, but I think Leopold is kind of like the John Deere of optics. I can't bring myself to spend the money that Leopold wants for their optics, and I think you really pay for their name more than anything because I feel like people like Vortex do it just as good at a fraction of the price. My 1 to 8 strike eagle is so clear shooting 200 yards ground hogs with an arrow 18-inch AR-15. What do I like to hunt with that giant scope? Um, Gongs, plinking targets, AR 500 steel, cardboard targets, tannerite. I wouldn't really say the reticles are boring. To a new shooter, I think that they are a little nicer to look through. This one here, though, this one's got all of your crosshairs and stuff that whenever you are zoomed in max, it's a very busy sight picture. I think it would confuse a lot of new shooters. Vortex is definitely one of the superior scope companies. I think that they're starting to become one of the superior like scope and optic companies. Their scopes, yes, 100%, but their Vortex Defender, this one, I don't know if any of you guys have tried out the red dots for pistols on Vortex, but you should. Their red dots are amazing. Yeah, first focal plane. Thomas, no, not with this one. No, I'm not a gun hunter. I bow hunt. I just love guns. I love the Second Amendment, and I like to be proficient with them. So, getting ready to start competition shooting come September. I like running drills, practicing reloads, getting more proficient with weapons. I don't know. It's a hobby more than anything, which I think is such a big misunderstanding between the anti-gun people and the gun-loving people. I purchased a Citadel LevTac 92 lever action rifle chambered in 38 357. Not a bad shoot at all. Anyone else try them out? I have not. Yeah, the Defender XL. The window's big. Like, you know, it's not super wide. It's carryable because I carry it every day. Um, but it's got a big window. So I kind of wanted to buy a pistol that I could use for competition shooting as well as carry. And I really feel like I did a great job with the Smith and Wesson metal because it's got a little bit more weight, but not too much to where it's like a pain to carry. And then adding the light on it kind of reduced some of the recoil because it's not comped. And then, yeah, the Vortex red dot just sealed the deal for me. EOTech is having a sale on their scopes and holds, and holographics and red dots. The thing I don't like about EOTech, like their standard holographic sights, is their battery life. The battery life is garbage on those. I feel like within today's day and age, it should be a lot better. I hated Vortex because I had a 4x12 old Diamondback. Should try to send it in, but it's painted. Don't know if they will cover it. Vortex, it does not matter if it's painted or not. They will cover that. I know that for a fact. It's a hobby for me too, but I have Karens on my back about guns all the time. Yeah, I don't listen to them, Godfather. People just don't understand. I'm 67 years old. I live in New Mexico, moved here from New Jersey. Where are they? Where are they? Really didn't like you owning any weapons. I mean, to be honest with you, Thomas, uh, I don't care if people don't like me having weapons or not. I'm a law-abiding gun owner. The Second Amendment is the one amendment that helps protect all the rest. So people's opinion doesn't really matter to me. Gavin, I have no personal opinion on the Vortex Spitfire. I've never used it. But based on everything else Vortex that I have messed around with, I would assume that it is good. But I can't say that for 100% certainty. Yeah, Kyle, send it in. They'll cover it. Get a hold of them first. Let them know what happened. Let them know that it's painted, but they won't care that it's painted. People paint their rifles all the time. That's a normal thing. I think rechargeable red dots is a good idea. Don't worry, I make your collection look silly. Awesome. Good. I mean, I don't have all of my guns out. I've only got a few of them, but I have no doubt. Kyle, I'm from Illinois. Let's save our money and go back to Africa. Let's go. I'd enjoy that. Sometimes the First Amendment makes you want to use the Second Amendment. Uh, no, I think that's kind of pushing it. Sometimes the First Amendment makes me want to smack them, but just purchased the new hybrid 46 millimeter suppressor. You use any suppressors? I do not. So since I live in the state of Illinois, they have banned suppressors. So I don't have any. I've actually never shot a gun with a suppressor, if I'm honest with you. I really want one. I got a build that a suppressor would work really well on. So, but we got a lawsuit going in the state of Illinois right now to get rid of the assault weapons ban. I hate that they call it that, but and then on top of that, with the whole NFA thing and removing the tax, I think hopefully I'll have the ability to be able to buy a suppressor. Yeah, yep, I get that all the time, but uh, you know, my family's here, and then of course, you know, my oldest daughter's in school here, and I've got a really good job here. I've got too much going on to completely uproot my family just to own a few more guns. If it was just me, yeah, I'd be out of here already. But I can't uproot my family. Yeah, they make it sound so scary. Yep. Yeah, can't have something that shoots 5.56 little 22 round because there's nothing left of a deer if you shoot it. But let me use my 4570. You know, they don't know anything. It's just because of how it looks. I will always exercise my right to have a gun, and if I get in trouble, I'll give them to my son and move out. Yeah, I will always exercise my right to 100%. The Second Amendment should never be up for debate, in my opinion, ever. It's crazy how a tyrannical government gets to decide if we have the Second Amendment or not, and that's exactly what it was written for. Good, be a family man is most important. Damn right it is. Having kids is a blessing. It might be a pain in the ass some days. I'm sure most of you in chat know this, but it is 100% worth it. Also, to your new people that have jumped into the stream, take a second and double tap your screen, like the stream, and if you like anything gun related, hit that subscribe button. I try to go live at least once a week, and then I post a video every day. I do a lot of goofy content, informative content, range day content. I kind of do a little bit of everything. Jarvis, what do you have that's... Well, let me ask you this. If somebody was to break into your house, what would you grab? What would be the one firearm of yours that you would use? And congratulations on your boy. I wanted a boy, but I got girls. It's crazy how a politician takes an oath to protect the Constitution and then turns around and attacks it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We only got a few good ones in there, in my opinion. Very few. Meat cleaver. Oof. You need a rocket launcher? Ooh, man. And you know, I think that we should be able to have. So, this might be heavily debatable here. So, I think it's stupid that you need to be 21 to own a pistol. I think that if you're old enough to go die for our country, vote, all that, I think you should be able to come home, own any firearm that you want, drink a beer, and smoke a cigarette. You should be able to do that. I think anybody should be allowed to own firearms. Um, non-violent felons, in my opinion. I think if they do their time, they have their parole, they pay their fines, stuff like that. I think that they should get their Second Amendment rights back. Um, and then, you know, as far as like the crazy stuff like hand grenades, RPGs, mines, like any of the crazy stuff, I think there should be a little regulation on that, but not like where we're just not allowed to have it. I think that there should be classes involved, um, and I think people should be able to have that stuff. I really do. You know, it's a well-regulated militia. Like we should be able to have, belt-fed machine guns and like, you know, I think we should. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel. Wrong house, motherfucker. I'll grab my double barrel shotgun because Biden recommended it. Ain't gonna do no good though. He said you'd need an F-15. I have a Benelli M412 gauge with a tack light and a Glock 17 at the ready. Hell yeah, man. I'm not breaking in your house. MG42 gets a pass. I have an 1120 gauge with a modified choke with buckshot, but the old trusty Glock 17 with the Trigicon big dot never leaves my bedside. I really thought about getting Trigicon before I got Vortex, and all the horror stories I've heard of them, I don't know if I really want to get one. I've heard a lot of people like, oh, we won't cover the warranty, but we'll take $200 off of a $600 optic. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying that we, like we need tanks or anything, although that'd be cool. But I think anything that you can wield, we should be able to have. Oh, Trijicon iron sights. What are they? Night sights? Pup Trex, welcome to the chat. I'm in Canada, and the only thing we have on ATF is SKSs are legal here for some reason. Yeah, but you can only have 5 rounds, as far as I think that's right, which is just it's ridiculous. I can have an SKS here in Illinois as well, but I can do 10 rounds. But the only reason why they're legal here is because they're considered featureless. They have a fixed magazine, they only hold 10 rounds, and they don't have a pistol grip. Well, Pup Trex, I hope that you got your stuff before they shut all of that down. Really feel sorry for you. Become the 51st state and you'll get your gun rights back. I have about a dozen RMRs. They're better out for less monies. I'd like to at least test out a Trichicon RMR. I've never even used one, and I know they're super popular. Could grab the Barrett, but I love my neighbors. Bro, I like this, your YouTube, because you're cool about it. Can't stand playing big dick in a gun store. Yeah, I mean, I if I don't know about something, I don't know about something. I don't try to showboat or anything, you know? I know better than anybody else. I just like guns. I have some guns. So I have buddies that have a lot more than me. Dang, it's 9:30 already? Where'd the time go? Holy crap. The gun behind me. Right behind me is actually an oddball gun I got for a wicked good deal uh, just a few weeks ago. Um, so it looks like an AR-15, but it's not. It is a Mossberg International uh, 715T, which is just a Mossberg 710, the 22 plinking rifle. They took the receiver and the barrel and they took it out and they put it in a AR-15 style polymer frame. That whole thing is plastic. Everything. The rail, even the buffer tube, the front sight post, it is all plastic. Um, it's a fun little plinker though. I got it for the kids and the old lady to shoot. Oh, sorry, not that one. What one are you talking about? Are you talking about the ones hanging up above me? What's the best inside the waistband holster you have, and what's a good belt? So the best inside the waistband holster, in my opinion, I don't know if I have it in here or not. I do. This might be kind of controversial with their bullcrap they have going on, but to be honest with you, the best holster, in my opinion, is the T-Rex Arms sidecar holster. Super rugged. It's got that pivot system, so it hugs to your body. A really rugged claw, so that way it pushes the gun up against you so you don't print. They make them for all different makes and models, different lights, optic cut or not optic cut. Um, and then if you're talking about an inside the waistband holster and you're wanting a belt to hold that up, Core Essentials has a really good belt. Me personally, I use a Next belt. It's pretty much the same thing. It's a ratcheting system, um, and it's got like a hardened core so it doesn't flex. So, but my battle belt that I use is a Core Essentials belt, and it's a two belt system. Some people are shitty to talk to. I think the first thing I see to you is me, and you should be friends. We are friends. You hop in my chat every time. We get to chit chat. I'd love to go hunting with you though. Yes, the first one. All right, Pennsylvania. So the first one here is a Chinese Type 56 SKS. Kyle, CZ P10 comp, I think maybe my next carry pistol. Shot one last week and it's awesome. Yeah, CZs are sweet. I'd really like to. Well, I want the Shadow 2, of course, but the CZ75 PO1, a buddy of mine has one of those. And I did a 100 subscriber video a while back now. And that pistol is so flat shooting. And it's not comped, but it's so flat shooting. It's just because of CZ's low bore axis. They're just fantastic to shoot. I appreciate that. I'm super close to getting my carry and holster and belt. What's your carry gun going to be, Jonah? Hear me out. I like unique guns. I have a Keltec integrated suppressed sub 2000 and 9mm, and it sounds like a typewriter going off. That's cool. Keltec makes some weird guns, man. They really do. No, not World War II. Well, I guess kinda, but not. Mine specifically, no. Mine I think was made in based on the serial number, I think 1973, something like that. Yeah, CZ does make a mean rifle as well. I got one sitting right in front of me. Hell yeah, let's go. I would put you on a big deer. You bow hunt, great. We can get in before the guns. Sounds good to me. So the Viet Cong used it. I'm not based on the how good a shape it's in. I'm not really sure if this one even seen any use. It's got a couple dings, but not much. It's a pretty pristine gun. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was manufactured and then it just kind of sat around a base somewhere. So at first it was going to be a Beretta 92X, but the wife said I needed a cheaper one, so I'm going to get a Glock 47 or a Glock 17. Uh, Jonah, you ask for apologies, not permission. Works out better that way. That's what I do. Always ask for forgiveness. You'd be fine. SKSs were not made at the start of Vietnam. The SKS came out a year before the AK-47, and the AK-47 came out in 1946, the first iteration of it. The first SKS came out in 1945. Jonah, you should. You should. Take it from me. Oh, me too. Never ask. Just say, they gave it to me. Get a Glock 45. It's a 19 upper, 17 lower. Someone in my family has a Luger pistol. I'd like to shoot one of those. Those things are wicked. I love how they operate. I don't know, it's something cool about it. We have so many deer here. It's like a private ranch. Had to get land permits the last 3 years to knock the population down. Yeah, we've got a big deer problem here too, and we've got a really bad coyote problem as well. All right, Eric. Catch you later. You have a good night. Get some rest. Talk with you later. Fatima Mushker. How much? How much what? All right, Benjamin. It's good talking to you, man. She would check a bank account and wouldn't talk to me for a while. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just as long as you don't see divorce papers, it's worth it. Jonah, what's the barrel size? Or Benjamin, what's the barrel size? Glock 45, it's a 19 upper, 17 lower. It should be, I think, a 4.5, Jonah. Got to go to bed, guys. Farm life is long days. God bless. God bless to you too, Kyle. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate talking to you. Yeah, you're gonna need some play money she don't know about for that. This is gonna sound dumb, but I would love a 5 inch for accuracy. Well, if you're wanting something for accuracy and not necessarily for carry, I would go with a uh, just a Glock 17 then, longer barrel. Alvaro, thanks. I appreciate that. It's just my basement. No, mine is not Russian. Mine's Chinese. It's actually pretty cozy, not gonna lie. Would you guys like a little bit of a tour of the room? I can grab my phone and kind of walk around. Oh, see, perfect. Take advantage, Jonah. Yeah, I'll give you a close up on my guns and stuff. Here, hold on. Bear with me. Got to take you off the stand and unplug. All right, here we go, guys. So this is best flag in the world. This is my crossbow. That's what I hunt with. Um, this is my Core Essentials battle belt that I use. My We the People holster. That is Tier 1 concealment magazine holster. And then that is my Savage 17 HMR. That's that weird 22 long rifle AR-15 wannabe. No, it's not a 10 point. That is a Killer Instinct Burner 415. Get you a close up on my 6.5 Creedmoor. And it does have a threaded barrel. If I get the ability to get a suppressor, it's definitely going on that. That's for sure. My ammo storage, that is a Ruger 5.7. Then I got my vest and a whole bunch of other kit down there. Pledge of Allegiance. And then in here, so one of my gun cabinets, and then this here is my cleaning station. So I've got extra holsters, magazines, drawer down here is full of tools. But this is where I work on my guns. It's nothing fancy, you know. It stores all my stuff. I do have a target hung up right there. This usually isn't all here, and I usually stand right here and I'll do practice draws and all that stuff, working on target acquisition. Um, get you a close up on the SKS. So, I mean, it's not in perfect shape. It's got some dings, but not enough to, in my opinion, that it really seen any heavy use. Yeah, it really doesn't look like a 22. And yes, my tactical vest has Spartan level 3A plates in it. So, and then those are my two BB guns. That's the one that my grandpa gave me. But that's it. Really not much to it. So I've got a lot of my other guns put away. I don't have them out. So, but anyway, guys, if you haven't yet, please double tap the screen and like the stream. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. So I go live once a week and I post videos every day. It is creeping on 10 o'clock and I got to be at work at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm going to hop off here. And if you guys hit that subscribe button, you will see me around. So I will catch all of you guys later. Peace out.